What is happening, guys? Cowboy here, and we are ready to continue. So, we're going to be taking this ladder first. If you take the ladder over there, that will actually lead you to the boss, but there's quite a bit to this area that we're going to accomplish before we reach the boss. So, head on down. And before we run up that path, we're actually going to hit this ladder. Just doing a quick little loop here to grab the coin that's up in the window. Now we'll go again. Now, one thing I want to mention, even though we one-shot the first gargoyle, they're not usually that easy. Attack patterns can be fairly aggressive. Perhaps the biggest thing to make mention of is that the gargoyles can put up their wings to block, and then after a short period of the wings being up, they will basically swing their wing towards you and knock you away. Like, the wing will block almost all damage, and then they'll knock you away and do a follow-up attack. So do keep your eye out for that. But anyway, we're going to kill that gargoyle, and then we're going to run in. So first we're going to jump this gap, get the lizard. Right, alright, now we're going to go to the right, out of here, down through the bridge. Purple moss clump. You're going to want to put those on. That will help to remove toxin, which instead of poison, we are now going to have to deal with toxin as we progress through the areas. Now we're going to go up and grab the rusty gold coin. Another gap to jump right here. And another crystal lizard for us to kill, so run and get him. Oh, you don't, little guy. And now we're going to actually drop through this hole. Now, we're going to get ambushed as we land by the meowmers, as I like to call them. Those are the enemies that sound like cats in heat. Drop down and roll. There's Meowmer. Take it out. There's Meowmer too. Thank you for this wonderful body hug you're giving me. We're going to grab some stuff here. Our poison gem. Actually, I think the purging stone may have been a drop from that because I'm not seeing it right now. There's the curse bite ring. And we can still just heal through the toxic for the most part, but as you can see, it is ticking a little bit faster than the poison was. There's the purging stone. We're going to go up here and cure that toxic. Okay. Now, to get... we're going to actually go this route first to get the shriving stone. Now, in this next area we're about to take on, we're going to be fighting these things we'll just call hand beasts. They're reminiscent of the Cyclops, or excuse me, not Cyclops, the Cyclops ogre enemies from Dark Souls 2. They can be very, very mean. They do have the potential to instant kill you through a grab. So just bear that in mind, and right when we open this door is when we're going to take... No! Oh my god, you son of a bitch. So we're going to kill that Meowmer. Right there is a shriving stone. After that, we're going to fight the hand beasts. Now, with the hand beasts, there is a chance for them to drop the Eleonora, which is a rather cool axe. With that being said, they are quite difficult. Up till now, they're probably one of the hardest enemies we'll have faced, so do keep that in mind. Definitely for dying quite a few times against them, I know. The Dex build, which doesn't hit quite as hard as the Fugs, but the Dex build has been very successful so far on the stream, and that had quite a bit of trouble dealing with the hand beast. Fugs is kind of in a class all of its own, so we'll see how it handles. Pop our Ember. Let's die to a Meowmer. Revenge. Come on, Meowmer, stop that. Alright. That one is not coming, it seems, so that's good. Now, one trick I can suggest against these guys, which is how I actually ended up killing them. They're a bit easier to fight from behind. From the front, you of course have the grab attack to worry about. There's two that are sleeping. There's this one. Looks like he's noticed us. We're going to wait for him to come outside, and we're actually going to lure him out here, and then run back around up top and do a plunging. See him wandering around. And that one, the first one right there, should be the one that drops the Eleonora for us. Oh god, it grabbed me. And I'm dead, I think. Yep. So those are the hand beasts. Getting to see them firsthand, as you can see. Regardless, we are going to take them out. Even though we just used an Ember, I would suggest using an Ember again, just because those things do so much health that every little bit of health you have is going to help you survive against them. Additionally, one thing you might have noticed is while it was munching on me, my health was actually, or not my health, my souls were decreasing. So, yeah, they also eat souls. Fantastic, right? Unfortunately, the plunge attack didn't really connect. Banking on that plunging attack to really help move things along, and it's quite difficult because it's hard to fight him in the swamp, just because you don't really have the mobility that you want to take something like that on, and then at the same time, going into the room to fight them means that the two other hand beasts can also wake up, and then instead of a one-on-one, you're in a one-on-three. And you guys saw how ridiculous just one of them was, so imagine fighting three at the same time. Regardless of that, we're going to go for the room and try that. This character needs mobility. Stop it, Meowmer. Try and fight him around this pillar. We'll try and use that to our advantage. They also do a stand up and sit thing. Very similar to the... Oh god, they're all awake. Alright, so let's run in here and get the purging stones. Oh, no! Oh, I love that I get to be a snack for you. Seems to work pretty well, actually. Oh no, this one managed to get up again. No, 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 no. Oh my god, getting hit by two at the same time. I need to get Big Baby down here again. That tactic was actually working very well, having them pinched. Oh my god, I can't move at all! Jesus Christ almighty. Fuck these things. Didn't want to have to do this, but I have no other choice. See, it's kind of sad that these guys are as difficult as they are. Like, it's, I shouldn't say sad. Sad is the wrong word. Ridiculous. Because as you guys have seen up until now, especially with Fugs, I have been able to utterly destroy anything and everything we have come across, including one-shotting gargoyles. But these things, 3 of them at the same time, it's a lot of bullshit. But then again, that's why you get a cool axe from them. And on a similar note, apparently the 3 giant demon dog things that were back near the Abyss Watchers, someone made mention that if you do decide to fight all 3 of them, you can actually get a really good bow from Dark Souls 1. I believe it's the Phineas bow. A really good dex bow, but similar to these guys, involves fighting 3 overpowered assholes at the same time. So this is going to be my last try with them. If I don't take them out here. there's the Eleonora. Oh god. Thank you for the doo-doo piles, and we're out of here. So that first one is what drops the Eleonora. The other ones, screw them. They're not worth of the headache to deal with. 5,000 souls apiece, I give no shits. Gonna head on up. Oh, one thing I did forget, which doesn't really apply to a strength build, but they are quite vulnerable to bleed effect. And of course we have another sleeping fatty right here. And one at a time, they're not too bad. Can take care of them pretty easily. From behind, they kind of fall into this animation of the sit down, and then they start doing their little roly-poly thing. So they're a bit easier to handle that way. From the front, though, risking that grab kind of sucks. So, right here we have the Court Sorcerer gear. Around here we have rubbish, quite literally. This is that ledge from earlier that we saw. And then we have this room. Now, I'm not sure why this room is here. Very nice looking room. Kind of just yells, hey, there's an invisible wall in here. But as you can see from me swinging through every wall, there is nothing. So, not sure why this is here. It really bugs me when there's a room styled like this with nowhere leading to it. Of course, we have another mimic back here. You know, and I kind of feel like they overdid mimics a bit in Dark Souls 3. I feel like every other chest is a frickin' mimic this time around. Sorcerer staff. So now we're gonna go back outside. Go up. Got a NPC we got to take down here. Wow. That's the Gargoyle Flame Hammer he's using. Pretty cool weapon. Good enough, though. Come on, drop it. There we go. Logan Scroll. Which has some pretty badass sorceries. Over here, grab the poison arrows. Center thing to drop down and obtain one of the most overpowered miracles, Wrath of the Gods. Right, now we're gonna make a swing here and actually return back to Irithyll Dungeon. Now, first thing you're gonna want to do think they're slick, sitting here all invisible. Take them out. Run on over this way to get yourself the Jailer's Key Ring. So with this, we can release Karla. We can also grab that one spot from earlier. We're gonna roll down into here. Now, the one thing that can be tricky about this area, which is why we're gonna run back in here. While we're fighting this giant, these rats spawn near infinite. I want to say they do actually spawn infinitely, but you can take out the initial wave of them, and then they'll start coming in much smaller groups of like 1 or 2 rats at a time. So it will make your life a little less hectic. because of the fact that there's all the rats and the giant. Poke tactics. Get out, hit the giant, get back into the safe zone. And the real reason we're doing this is so that while we're fighting the giant, we don't have rats that group up on us. Just because if you start getting nibbled on by the rats while the giant is attacking, it's not that, it's quite easy for the giant to actually just end up connecting with a big attack. Suddenly you're dead. God, rats, stop it! So, Profaned Flame. Net Shard. Net Chunk. Net Shard. Gonna run around here. Rats followed, they did not. Another Mimic. Oh my god, rats! You fucking assholes. We're gonna go here and get this. So this is a shortcut all the way back to the top of Irithyll Dungeon. We're gonna hit this, then we'll come back down and kill the Mimic. But considering I have no Estus Flasks and we're in a room with infinitely spawning rats, even though rats are a rather weak enemy, the last thing I want to do is risk getting killed. So, let's rest, get all of our flasks back. Go on down. And we'll take out the Mimic. This, let's see. Ah, yes, we have Giant Slayer light arrows, and then we have a gap we can jump across to get some lightning bolts. That's the... God, you assholes! I can't even move. Wow. You know, if nothing else, that's a perfect example of why we did the strategy we did against the giant. When those rats group up, you take a lot of little rats, and it is not all that far-fetched for them to end up killing you. Trying to take a gander at that piece of loot. If I remember, I think that piece of loot is the level 1 loot we get. But I'm trying to remember now from we did the dex build on stream, and I'm not entirely sure if we did grab that or not. I'm starting to wonder if it's a false wall that I may have overlooked. Anyway, we'll get our souls, kill these infuriating rats, kill the Mimic, and be on our way. Rather long ladder. We have our lightning bolts. here. Run past these assholes. Run past these assholes. This on up. Grab the prisoner chief's ashes. This elevator to grab Karla. Right, so we're going to be doing a bit of risky business here. Bring a sacrifice. But we're going to literally be sprinting past everything to grab Karla, and then we're going to try and homeward bone out. The next episode will be taking on the remainder of the Profaned capital, which will include our good friend Yorm the Giant. Nice and low. Hello, Karla. And we are out of here with all of our souls intact. So either way, guys, that wraps up this one. Thanks for coming on by, and we will catch you next time with more Dark Souls 3.